Here we have a picture of a system board that has 5 PCI slots and 1 AGP slot. The biggest difference between AGP and PCI graphics cards is that AGP cards can access the system memory to help with complex operations such as textured mapping. PCI cards can only access the memory available on the actual card. AGP doesn't share bandwidth with other devices, whereas PCI cards do. AGP also makes pipelined requests, which means it can execute multiple instructions at one time. PCI cards are not pipelined, which means each instruction has to finish before the next one is run. So with all these great advantages of AGP, you'd think it would be the clear winner in performance, right? Well, not quite. Tests of similar AGP and PCI graphics cards show they perform almost the same, typically measured in frames per second. The area where AGP really shines is the high-resolution tests, where the direct access to the system memory is most beneficial. If you're installing an AGP or PCI card in your computer, the AGP slot is usually the shortest and should be brown. The PCI slots are slightly larger and are colored white. The actual size of the cards can vary as much as a few inches, though the pins on the bottom of the card should match the correct slot. AGP and PCI slots are different sizes, therefore AGP cards can only be placed in AGP slots and PCI cards can only fit in the PCI slots. As far as the technology to connect graphics cards to the computer's motherboard, PCI is still used to connect other devices like Ethernet and sound cards. AGP slots provide a dedicated link between the card and the CPU, and thus providing faster communication between them. But the bottom line is the AGP cards perform much better. But now AGP is getting phased in favor of PCIe or PCI Express, which is even faster and can be used as the bus for all devices in the machine.